What are some of the best planar IEMs on the market right now? There's really only 4 options, and in today's video, I know it looks messy, we're gonna unravel, quite literally, this bundle and tell you guys the best and which one you guys should be buying right now. Hey friends, Timmy here, welcome back to another video on SeeAudio, and before we even start, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. We finally made it, and I am so happy. And of course, as promised, once we hit 10K, I said I was gonna do a gigantic giveaway, and this video is that giveaway. Here are all the items being given away in this video. As you can see, there are 10 different spots, meaning 10 different winners will be picked at the end of this giveaway session. That's a lot of prizes. And in this video, we also have a ton of special guests, from CEOs to sales managers to directors of a lot of these brands that contributed an item for this event. If you're interested in hearing their messages, all the timestamp will be in the description below. To enter the giveaway is very simple. Follow the link in the description below. Also, of course, you have to be subscribed to this channel and leave a comment down below. What's your favorite planar IEM right now? That's all the conditions. Good luck. Now, before we jump to the actual planar video, a personal thank you from myself. You guys are amazing. 1 year ago, May 3rd, I uploaded the first video on SeeAudio. First month, I got like 70 people. I thought it was gonna be a slower growth, you know? Since I'm such a new guy into the whole reviewer scene, I didn't expect to grow so quickly, but because of you guys' support, now I'm here, and I couldn't be more excited, to be honest. 1 year, 10,000 people. You guys are fantastic. Now, let's jump into the actual video. I have 4 planar for you guys today that are definitively the only ones you need to look at right now. There's no other planar on the market that's even worth the conversation, that's even worth the consideration when compared to these 4. Now I'm gonna go in order of my least favorite to my most favorite, but keep in mind, even though it's my least favorite in this video, it's still, again, the best ones you can grab on the market right now, all right? Now let's jump right into the first IEM right here. We have the TinHifi Max. Now this one to me is the opposite of my taste, really. It has a very neutral style of signature. It has some good bass, it has good upper mid-range, good clean, warm mid-range in general, but lacking that extra bit of contrast. It's rather, I would say, on the neutral flat leaning side, which means that there's not gonna be a lot of elements that outwardly pops at you. Like the bass is not gonna be overwhelmingly forward, the vocals just not gonna be overwhelmingly forward as well. Everything is just on kind of almost a even playing field. Not even, of course, but almost an even more relaxing, loungy type of signature, instead of having certain elements be the highlight. Now, for some of you guys out there, you guys will love this, especially those of you who are sensitive to the upper mid-range, those of you who are sensitive to the treble area. The P1 Max offers a great solution and probably the most unique tuning of all the planar IEMs right now. The one good thing that this thing does have is in the technical performance. It's great. I mean, actually, all planars in this video have fantastic technical performance for the price that you pay for. And that's actually one of the biggest selling points of planar right now, is that they perform really well in the detail and resolution department. The P1 Max is no exception. But the one thing that's great about the P1 Max is that it hits quite deep. It might not have the widest sound stage, but the bass, the warmth, hits deep and satisfying. The sub bass is satisfying on these. So for those of you who love, I guess, slightly bit of a deeper hitting bass or deeper feeling low end, the P1 Max is also a great solution, all right? So there we go. First one, P1 Max. You like a tamer signature, you're sensitive to upper mids, you're sensitive to the treble area, great option right here. Planar number 2. This one is amazing, so good, and it's the cheapest one in the bunch. It comes in at 150, 170, depends on what store you buy it from. This one seems to fluctuate in price, but it always stays under $200, which still makes it the cheapest planar in this list. However, even though it's the cheapest, the quality is up on par with pretty much the rest of them. And this one is the Shure S12. This thing has quite an intense signature. A lot of bass, a lot of upper mids, and a lot of treble. So basically the opposite tuning of the P1 Max, where the P1 Max is so relaxing, so laid back, it's easy to listen to, it's good for everyone. This one is not gonna be good for everyone. That treble is just gonna be too much for some, but for me, I find it so organic. I find it so lively and energetic. It carries female vocals especially so well, and it's so satisfying, emotional to listen to, engaging, if you want to say that. But yes, this is the most intense of the planar that I'm going to talk about today. That still sounds great. That's still tuned great. The bass to the mid-range separation is done really well. Bass power and sub bass is super good. Soundstage, details, and imaging. This set is on par, I would say, with the P1 Max, maybe slightly bit better in soundstage. Does not hit as deep though as the P1 Max. I feel like P1 Max does hit deeper, but this one does have wider, more open stage, and I think that has to do a lot with the treble that it has. But yes, Shure S12, great option, especially if you're on a budget. Try to find this at $150. It's a complete steal. And if you guys did not know, this thing actually made my #1 spot of the under $200 IEM pick, because it is the best $200 you can spend, period. Not only in the context of planars, in general, the best $200 you can spend. Now, for the #2 and the #1 spot, I've been just going back and forth, just trying to pick which one goes where. It's super hard because I love both of them for different reasons, but I think finally I have to put this one as the #2, and it pains me to put this here, but to be honest, either way would have been equally as painful. But the #2 spot has to go the Raptgo Hook X. Now, it's the #2 spot by like 0.2 point difference. You know what I mean? Like, it's so close. It's by a hair difference that this thing makes #2. This thing is the newest boy in the planar world, and arguably already one of the best ones out there. It has the widest sounding stage, the most open stage that I've heard in planars right now, and also the most open stage in any IEMs under $300. Besides the soundstage though, this thing is tuned very, very well. The low end leading into a little bit of a warm mid-range is very well done. The bass hits are very satisfying. The impacts, the slam, they're distinct, they're really nice. A lot of you who are bass lovers will love how the bass is recreated on the Hook X. The upper mid-range, or the vocal area, I like to call it, is also done well. It's on the more relaxed side as well, not as relaxed as the P1 Max though, which makes me like this more than the P1 Max, because this actually has a bit of contrast. The vocals actually pop out of the background more than the P1 Max, and for me it is just enough. It's not too relaxing to the point where it's too laid back, but it's not too energetic to where a lot of you guys might find some of those IEMs shouty, for example. This does not have that shouty quality. So for those of you who are sensitive to that, the upper mid-range and the treble area, this one is also a great choice alongside the P1 Max, but I like this a lot more because of how wide the stage is compared to the other one. The Hook X is just fantastic, and the treble area, let me tell you, it is really nicely done as well. Hints of sibilances on some songs, but all in all, very neutral, relaxed, and well done, correct treble. Just a lot going for this set. The only reason it's at the #2 and not the #1 would be that the tuning is slightly not my preference. I want my upper mids to be a little bit more forward. I want my vocals to be a little bit more engaging. That's why this is at the #2. But besides the tuning preference, for my own taste, if this sound signature sounds like it'd be something that is up your alley, then this might just be the best planar on the market for you. It is gonna be for a lot of people. Now on to the #1 spot. The king has not been dethroned. He's still here, he's still alive. He's the first to kickstart the planar trend, the one that really started it all. 7Hz Timeless, of course. You guys have heard a lot about this IEM already, so I don't need to go into too much details about it. The tuning on this is the most my preference. It is intense like the S12, but not as much so. The treble is done more smoothly on the Timeless. The detail retrieval is better on the Timeless than the S12, and the soundstage and the depth of field is sufficient. It does not have the widest stage, the Hook X beats it in that, but it is wider than the S12 and the P1 Max to my ears. In terms of how deep this thing hits, I would say the P1 Max still hits the deepest, but this is not far behind either. The speed on these IEMs are also very good. Every little hits of the song, every element is separated super well. Needless to say, the detail and resolution is also top tier in regards to these four as well. Not much else needs to be said about it. Upper mid-range, super well done. Vocals, super engaging. The bass, super rumbly. The sub bass is also really nicely present. The mid-range is cleanly separated from the bass. All this good stuff that I said about the other IEMs, a lot of it applies to the Timeless, but at a greater level. So with all that being said, this is the end of the Planar video. Again, thank you so much for the 10,000 subscribers. You guys are fantastic, and hopefully we reach 100,000 someday, maybe. That would be so nice. But yes, on to the messages from the brands now. These are the brands that have contributed an item for this giveaway. These are the brands that have been putting up with my reviews and my nonsense throughout the years as well. So thank you for allowing me to have my honest opinion while still getting support from you guys. So there you go. On to the thank you messages from the brands. Again, thank you to you guys, and thank you for all the brands that participate.
Hi guys, this is Steve from SeeAudio. First of all, a huge congratulations to SeeAudio for reaching 10,000 subscribers in such a short period of time. We would love to thank SeeAudio for providing us with honest and well-produced videos. We also want to seize this chance to thank all of our customers and fans out there for being so supportive and providing heaps of constructive ideas during development stages. Much appreciated to all the fans out there. Once again, congratulations to SeeAudio, and looking forward on reaching 100,000 subscribers in no time.
Congratulations to SeeAudio for hitting 10,000 followers. Thank you everyone for supporting our brand FiiO. Around the way, we FiiO has always been user-oriented, devoting to providing high-quality yet cost-effective hi-fi products for audiophiles around the world. In 2022, on the occasion of FiiO's 15th anniversary, we FiiO promise we will work harder to develop better hi-fi products for you.
恭喜 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，我是达音科赵工，感谢大家对 SeeAudio 和达音科的支持，祝福 SeeAudio 往后的日子越办越好。
Hello。恭喜 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，那接下来大家要继续订阅这个频道，也感谢大家对 Hiby 的支持，未来我们会推出更多的神秘新品哦。
Hello, I'm Chris of IKKO. I'm great to hear that SeeAudio's YouTube channels hitting 10,000 followers. Congratulations on a well-deserved success. Thank you, SeeAudio, for leading everyone run up on the IKKO, and thank you for your all guys support. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations and behalf of IKKO and best wish for your next achievement.
祝贺 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢各位发烧友对频道的支持以及对 Tanchjim 品牌的喜欢。
祝贺 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢各位发烧友对频道的支持以及对 TinHifi 品牌的支持。2022年 TinHifi 会不断推出高性价比的产品，希望大家喜欢，也希望 SeeAudio 一路高歌，一路长虹，谢谢。
祝贺 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢各位发烧友对频道的支持以及对Shanling品牌的喜欢，请大家一如既往的支持我们。
祝贺 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢大家对 SeeAudio 与我们品牌 Letshuoer 的支持。欢迎大家关注 SeeAudio 与 Letshuoer， 为大家带来更多 Hi-Fi 精彩内容。
Hi, congratulations SeeAudio for achieving the 10,000 viewership, and also thank you for supporting our brand 7Hz, our eternal and our timeless, and thank you so much love for this product.
SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢各位发烧友对频道的支持以及对 Kinera 王子时代品牌的喜欢。
祝贺SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢各位发烧友对频道的支持以及对 Hidizs 品牌的喜欢，祝大家天天开心。
希望 SeeAudio 的粉丝能早日破100万，巨声音频和广大烧友在持续关注着你。
我们 Sivga 在此祝贺 SeeAudio 粉丝破万。Sivga 以实木耳机为主，追求声音本质，感谢各位烧友对本频道的支持以及对Sivga的喜爱，谢谢。
一度祝贺 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢各位烧友对频道的支持及对一路品牌的热爱。
Hello, this is a blessing from China. 祝贺 SeeAudio 粉丝破万，感谢各位发烧友对频道的支持和对 AUNE 品牌的喜欢，加油！
And how can I forget a little thank you from David himself, the DAC amp source reviewer guy for SeeAudio. He's a good friend of mine. Here's his message.
Hey guys, Dave with SeeAudio. Wow, 10,000 subscribers, and it's all because of you. From the SeeAudio team to you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Have an awesome day.